23 years old, 5'8", 170 pounds, from Ocala, Florida. Fighting for Team Drama, with a record of 2 wins, 1 loss. Red corner, Tim Gehrsitz. His opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, 36 years of age, 5'8", 170 pounds, from Alpharetta, Georgia. Fighting for Team Knuckle Up, with a record of 6 wins, 2 losses, blue corner, Frank Millsap. Again, this is a mixed martial arts pro fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and your referee, Mr. Blake Grice. Special thanks again to our Hooters girls. Welcome to round 1 of the night, fight of the night, Wild Bill's Fight Night 10.
Looks like Gehrsitz has a, what do they call that when they brand a tattoo in their arm?
Oh, a branding?
It appears so.
Oh, wow. Well, sissies don't have branding.
No, I wouldn't think so, not voluntarily.
All right, you don't see that very often.
Okay, Frank's working to stand up like he said, and pretty good. He's looking good. Oh, yeah, he's throwing feints. He's trying to see what he, oh, hard leg kicks.
Now, a good leg kick can knock you off your feet, so Tim's definitely got to be careful.
And if, oh, he clipped him. He clipped him to get in for the take. He's just got to defend the front.
That was a great takedown.
That is a tight choke, though. That's a very tight choke. And people defend the chokes differently. This is one way to defend it. I prefer to go ahead and get my arm in there to loosen the choke. This is tight. He's going to have to do something. This is very, very tight.
Do people get tapped out from this choke very
Absolutely,
often,
absolutely. I actually almost passed out in a fight. A guy caught me in here early in the first round and nearly passed out before I got out.
And they're not sweaty enough to where he can just slip his head out just yet. Looks like he got out of it, though.
Yeah, he got out. He was able to hold his composure, relax. The key is to relax. If you panic, you'll pass out. I repaid my opponent with some brutal elbows, though.
That's the way to go. Exchanging some blows here. Frank said one of his favorite things to do is ground and pound, and it looks like he is doing just that.
Absolutely. I'd actually like to see Frank back on his feet. He's good here, he's tough here, but I want to see this stand-up he's been working. It looks pretty good.
It did look good.
And I'm not sure of how much stand-up Tim does coming from a wrestling background. If he hasn't been leg kicked, it's pretty devastating. Once you're used to it, it's only devastating the next day. A lot of pressure on the throat. Frank's trying to keep pressure on his opponent, never let him relax.
Yeah, he's great on the ground.
Yeah, Tim's guard is not quite as active as some of the fighters we've seen earlier tonight.
No, and he's taking some body shots right now that just look painful.
Yeah, those are going to add up.
What he should be doing on the ground if he's in the bottom position is he should be trying to move his hips, escape his hips.
Yeah, he wants to get his hips out, get the heels on the hips to create some distance. As long as Frank's high up on him like that, Frank's in range to drop elbows and punches.
Basically, Frank's still in control, even though Tim has him in his guard.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. One thing the bottom man can do other than go for submissions is get his heels on his hips, push the opponent down so that you push his head into your elbow range. And you can actually hurt the opponent badly from your back with elbows.
Right, and you haven't seen Tim throwing any elbows.
No, not one yet.
Ooh, another hard body shot.
Yeah, you heard that echo over here. That was big. And those, they may not look like much, but these are pretty strong guys. Oh, big elbow, big elbow.
Frank's throwing some hard shots.
Frank could actually pass his guard now. The guard's wide open. He softened him up.
Tim's still not looking to escape.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he has this level of experience. He may have been a better wrestler than everybody else he fought. Frank did a great job of there. He passes finally.
Frank his guard. Tim has him in half guard now.
Frank did a great job of striking his way into the takedown.
He's still striking, which is great. You don't see that very often.
Oh, that was a good job by Tim, but Frank did an excellent job.
Of staying on top of him.
And that's difficult to do. He it's trouble now.
And now he's got the mount on his back.
Yeah, Tim's got to tuck and roll. He's got to tuck and roll. Once he gets flattened out, he's in big, big trouble.
Looks like Tim's trying to flatten out too.
He's softening him up to get the choke.
It looks like he's got a good choke.
Yeah, that looks pretty tight actually. Usually they try to
Frank's
go ahead.
Frank's holding onto it. He needs to really sink it in. Tim rolling over.
Wow.
Still looks pretty tight.
He may finish this. This is a lot of muscle. That choke wasn't leverage. That was muscle and strength, and you can only hold that for so long.
Right. Frank had to let it go.
If he keeps softening him up, he will get the leverage. He's trying for it.
Looks like he's going for it
absolutely.
Again. He's got his hooks in on the back. He's
probably going to get it.
Him.
Yeah, he's riding him perfect.
It is in there good right now. What he would need to do is to sink it down. Tim's face is turning very red.
Yeah, I think he's going to finish this one.
I don't think he should be standing up right now.
No, he's thinking about slamming him. He's thinking long and hard if he should try to slam him.
Oh, his corner that on the back too.
Yeah, his corner told him to. He slammed him and it worked.
It did work.
Many times it does not, though. Many times it absolutely does not. The choke sinks tighter, but this time it worked. And sometimes if you don't have a choice, you have to do something. Frank's pretty good from bottom, though. Let's see what he does. 10 seconds left in the round.
Might be too late for Tim to take this round.
Yeah, it's too late for him to take the round, but he needs to try to hurt him. He needs to try to do something. Now that's a pretty entertaining first round. Now Tim's corner is telling him to throw elbows. I don't believe he threw one elbow in that first round.
He didn't throw a single elbow. His corner's being pretty rough on him right now.
Yeah, they're being hard on him, but the point is you do what you train, and if he hasn't been training elbows, he's not likely to do them in a fight.
Yeah, I didn't see him even try to throw an elbow there.
So I don't know how much elbow training he does. Me and the guys I worked with extensively train elbows. It's second nature.
Am I wrong? But are elbows not one of the hardest points on your body? I mean, that's pure bone right there.
Yeah, absolutely. They work great from a short range. You can do impact damage. You can cause knockouts, but like we've seen, they cut people. They cut them and they cut them to pieces. Once that blood gets in the eye and their eye starts to swell, it's hard to see.
Yeah. Frank did a great job in that round, though, just staying on top of him, controlling the tempo of the round, which is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. He looks a little winded, though. I'd like to see more of these guys stand up between rounds. It's really hard to get off that stool.
I don't think they're eager to go to the ground again just yet.
I'd like to see Frank stand up some. Now, the thing, he's been working to stand up, but when you're tired, it usually goes out the window. But he's throwing straight punches.
That was a very good.
Oh, Tim with an inside leg kick. Looked good, too. He lets him up.
Why did he do that?
I'm very surprised by that. He does not want Frank to get him down again. I'm shocked.
Do you think that was really what it was? Because he had him there.
Well, that's the mistake he made. He should have stayed on him. Because now
he's definitely not trying to let him take him down.
Yeah, but now he gives Frank the chance to. Maybe he was worried about a reversal, but he should have tried to spin behind and abandon it if he missed it.
Yeah, it does not look like Tim wants to go to the ground with Frank again at all this round. He wants to keep it standing for sure.
Yeah, whatever Tim's corner said to him, it looks like it inspired him. He's coming in.
It definitely does. He looks like a different fighter this round.
Yeah, inside leg kick. Oh, big body shot by Tim. Huge body shot.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got better stand-up than it appeared from the first round. The inside leg kicks are hard to defend, and he's got a decent inside leg kick. Frank's still throwing straight punches. He's looking to punch and sprawl if Tim shoots on him. Frank's ready to sprawl. It's really hard to get your weight behind a punch and be ready to sprawl. Oh, the inside leg kicks are starting to take their toll.
Yeah, it does not look like Tim is wanting to go to the ground at all.
No.
He wants to keep it standing.
Yeah, he understands he has to take this round. If he doesn't finish it here, he has to take the round.
Whatever his corner said to him is definitely working.
Yeah, it worked. It worked for certain.
Maybe his first round jitters, but he looks like a completely different fighter this round.
Both men are content to trade. Neither one of them's afraid to trade punches. They're very content to trade. It's hard when you're tired. When you're a natural wrestler, it's really hard to, oh, wow.
Frank going for the takedown there.
Good shot. He came close to it. He came close to turning the corner. Tim is really landing some body shots. That's something you don't see a lot of MMA fighters do. It's a risky thing. If you throw a body shot and your opponent clips you in the jaw, the fight may be over. But it's devastating when you do it. Now he needs to go ahead and spin around him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he knows really what he's doing on the ground. He's kind of just holding him there.
Usually wrestlers are good from that position as far as spinning around and taking the back. Frank's doing a really good job of wrist control to stop that. Frank's tired. Frank's very tired. He wouldn't have gone to his back. Now, I really think Tim should have capitalized on that and at least ground and pounded him a little bit in the guard and got back up if he didn't like it. He can always get back up out of it. But judges like to see the opponent on top. No matter what amount of damage is done, the judges give precedence to who is on top.
Really?
MMA is difficult to score, and they remember who was on top. Tim should have taken that advantage to get, big uppercut.
Like a big shot to the head right there.
Oh, big uppercut by Tim. He's throwing those same things to the body, though. That's obviously his go-to punch.
Frank definitely looks just a little shaken here.
Yeah, I think he's a little surprised by those kicks and punches. I am too.
He looks tired. Now, do you think it's coming into play the age difference here? Tim 23, Frank 36. That's a pretty big age difference.
Yeah, it could possibly be. The problem is a 36-year-old can get in great shape, but they suffer more injuries while training, and that hampers their conditioning. So it really just depends how good his training regimen is. If he's got a lot of injuries, he's probably not going to be in great shape. And at 36, he probably has several injuries.
Kevin, now they're trading leg kicks now, which just looks painful.
Absolutely devastating. Yeah, they're both going to be sore in the morning. But speaking of Frank, he narrowly missed an uppercut. Good head movement by Frank. Great uppercut by Tim.
Oh, that's great. Trading shots now. Very good.
Oh, Frank lands. He's coming back. Frank's coming back.
Frank got a second win here.
But he's not staying in the pocket. Tim's getting in there and staying in the pocket. It's difficult to do, but you have to do it. It's risky. Look, Tim does not want any part of the ground game, but he is winning this round.
Yeah, Tim is definitely does not want to take this to the ground. He backs off anytime he gets anywhere close to the ground.
He's clearly winning this round. Unfortunately, if Frank gets one takedown, the judges are likely to give the whole round to him. Tim
took another uppercut.
Oh no! And this is exactly
on the ground.
This is exactly what I was talking about. He probably lost the round in the judge's eyes.
Just from that takedown right there.
Absolutely.
All right. Frank ended up on top. It was a great takedown.
It's a tough. I've seen fights where the bottom guy broke the noses and cut the eye of his opponent, but he was on top most of the round, even though he got brutalized, and the judge would give him the round. It's a tough sport to judge.
The top is the dominant position. I mean,
it's a dominant position, but if a guy's good on bottom, he'll do much more damage. 10 seconds
left. Frank's on top. He's throwing some serious shots here. Tim has got to defend him.
Yeah, now Tim has defended.
It looks like he's using a little bit more hip control in this round.
Absolutely, he's moving the hip. I think Tim clearly still won that round. Unfortunately, the judges probably won't see it my way. I think this is 1-1 right now. I think the winner of the third round takes it. But Tim missed a big opportunity, and the problem is there's a lot of gray area in MMA. There's no cut and dry. It's not like wrestling. Wrestling, you know if you're behind a takedown. You know what you have to do in wrestling. Here, I don't think he knew he needed to be on top.
That could definitely be a swing round. I mean, Frank obviously took the first round. Tim kept it standing, and obviously it was his game when he was standing, but once it went to the ground, it was all Frank. So it's just, I think it's a per judge decision there on whose round it was. Yeah,
it's definitely per judge. I think Tim did a lot to immobilize the ground game there. So both fighters should come in like it's 1-1. Even if Frank thinks he won both rounds, he needs to come in thinking it's even.
Right.
And go ahead and solidify this round, and then he has nothing to worry about.
Either one of them at this point just needs to make sure the judges know that he won this fight, because at this point it is any man's game.
Now the corner put something into Tim that last time, some inspiration. Hopefully they've done the same thing, but told him go ahead and score your points. Jump down in the guard, hit him a couple times, get back up if you want. Big points with the judges, whether you agree with it or not. That's unfortunately how the judges see it.
So a lot hinges on this round, going into the third round.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're saying. Could you tell what they were saying right there?
I think you were saying it's a good fight. It's a good fight.
He's right about that.
It's difficult to talk during a fight. I prefer to keep all that after the fight.
Yeah. Looks like Frank's trying to go for a little bit of the takedown right away.
Yeah, he wants that takedown. He wants to solidify this victory. And if he can get him down, Tim probably will not escape. He hasn't escaped yet in the fight. So Frank knows if he gets him down.
Yeah.
Oh, that good low kick.
That was a good kick.
If he can keep that up and then get the takedown.
Tim's leg is red from that one.
Yeah, those hurt. So Tim.
And I don't see any carrot top coming here. There's no defense for these leg kicks.
Yeah, it's tricky. Some people, there's a lot of different ideas out there about the best thing to do.
He's just taking those leg kicks. Frank goes for the takedown.
Good sprawl. That takes a lot of energy to shoot like that. Oh, yes. The corner talked to him. The corner talked to him and told him he needed points. Now, this is dangerous, though. Just like in wrestling when they tell you never get parallel with your opponent. If you've got a great back right and great hooks, you can do that, but I don't recommend it. It's better to stay here and knee and punch.
Yeah, Tim does not look like he has the ground game to really get on Frank's back there.
Yeah, I mean, even myself with extensive ground experience. Oh my God! That's horrible. That's horrible.
Frank just fell out of the ring. We have a...
Yeah, he may not be able to continue. That's a pretty big fall. That's at least 3 feet there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And he has not gotten back up. Frank fell out of the ring and he has not gotten back up. I don't think I've ever seen this happen.
No, he's either going to have a head trauma or a cut. It's probably going to make this fight a no contest. That's one of the unfortunate things about the rings. I prefer a ring to a cage. I fought in both. But this is one of the unfortunate things, and they may have to take a deeper look at it and just pull the fighters in as soon as they get any part of the body gets under the rope. They may have to stop, bring them in that position.
All right, fight fans. This is what we've determined after talking with the doctors as well as the fighters, the rings, and everyone concerned. It was in the third round of a 3-round professional mixed martial arts 5-minute rounds. Yeah, the accident happened right around the 2-minute mark. Both fighters have agreed to fight 3 more minutes and continue the third round of this mixed martial arts bout. So if you want, you should probably be standing and clapping. They're gonna finish the fight right here in Wild Meadows. Tim Gehrsitz, red corner.
All right, this crowd is making some noise.
Frank Millsap from Alpharetta, Georgia, muscle up. After coming out of the ring, the blue corner will fight.
All right, this crowd's making some noise. They're really excited this fight's going to continue. I'm a little surprised. Frank's obviously tough as nails to take that and continue to fight.
He really is, but it just shows how much he came here to fight, and he came here to win.
Yeah, Frank's a tough guy. He doesn't want to walk out here with a no contest. This is a good fight, and he wants to give the fans that last round and take a victory. He's coming in swinging, both guys.
So they've got another three minutes, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Jeez. Ooh, and Frank is mad right now.
Yeah, they're coming out pretty hard, too, considering their body's cool. Oh, big kick, and threw Frank off. Frank's, trying to answer with a kick.
That's a great point, Kevin. Their bodies are now cold.
Yeah.
They were standing around, sitting around for quite a while.
Yeah, a lot of times fighters will sustain an injury when that happens. They're cold and they're throwing hard kicks, hard punches. They'll pull a muscle. But there he goes. He's in deep. He's in really deep with the takedown. He knows he wants his takedown.
He's committed to it.
He knows if he gets his takedown, he's probably going to stay on top the rest of the round, and that will probably give him the victory.
Got a little cut under his eye right there.
Okay, great defense by Tim. I mean, that was a deep takedown.
Tim throwing some headshots right now.
Frank back up. Good job. Frank's back up. That's a tough position, but there he is. Almost grabbed that leg kick. He's a little fatigued. I think the way his body cooled off is affecting him. Great
and Frank has him down now.
Yeah, he pulled it out there. I mean,
in the dominant position, which is exactly what he wanted.
He had just gotten cut, was starting to get in a little bit of trouble, and then gutted it out. He really did. So He knows if he, oh, there.
Look at that. Tim has welts on his leg from those leg kicks.
Yeah.
Those are no joke.
He's black and blue. It's going to hurt tomorrow. Doesn't seem to be affecting him right now in the fight, but it's going to hurt tomorrow. But Frank definitely to go ahead and secure this round. He wants to go ahead and pass that. Being in the guards, not really that dominant.
Looks like he's going for the pass, though. He's actively working being in the guard.
Yeah. I mean, guards controlling is actually not a dominant position. Once he can pass, side mount's dominant, back's dominant, mount's dominant. Side's the best. You can deliver the most abuse from side mount. It has the most stability.
This is just an amazing night of fights. I mean,
Frank's starting to deliver damage. I think he's going to need to. He's going to need to go ahead and deliver a little damage just to secure it. If he ends up on top, that's going to be good in the judge's eye. But just to secure it, because Tim was looking really good until this takedown.
Oh, man.
Yeah, big mistake. Tim's fresh, too. That's a big mistake. He should have stayed on him and rode it out. Sometimes fatigue does that.
You can tell Frank wants this now.
Oh!
Takedown. Another takedown.
Yeah, that may have secured the victory. He obviously felt good with timing the leg kicks. I mean, he let him up for a reason. Now he does score points, you know, letting the guy up and taking him back down. That's going to mean something to the judges. He is landing some strikes from here.
10 seconds left. They really have to show themselves. Frank's in the dominant position. He really needs to throw some strikes here.
He needs just a movement. Even if they don't land, movement.
There we go. Wow.
I think he went ahead and secured this for him. He ended on top, movement. It doesn't matter what you're landing. The last 10, 15 seconds, you have to be very, very active.
That was an incredible fight. I have never seen someone fall out of the ring and get back up and go back to fighting.
Yeah, Frank gutted that out, and I believe he took the victory.
I think so too, and let's hope the judges see it that way.
Absolutely. Frank saw something. He saw something with the leg kicks. You saw him come close to right before the takedown to getting it. He felt like he could time that leg kick, get the takedown, score some big points with the judges, and that's what he did. That's why he let him up. That can backfire on you, but it worked well for Frank this time.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that happen. A guy fall out of the ring. I believe he was knocked unconscious, get back up, and want to continue fighting, and then go on to most possibly take the round.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that shows a lot of heart, because a lot of fighters wouldn't have continued there. Even if they felt like they could, their manager probably would have, corner probably would have stopped them, because it's a big risk. I mean, you never know how you're going to be after you take an injury like that.
Crowd cheering for Frank here.
Yeah, absolutely. Not showing a lot of love to the out-of-towner, but that's usual. Any out-of-towner with experience knows he's used to that.
Crowd showing a lot of love to Frank right now.
Yeah, they really appreciate the fact he got back in there and gutted that out. A few boos for the opponent.
He's not liking that at all. He's getting upset by the boos.
Yeah, it's really inappropriate. It's not really showing a lot of class or respect. I mean, the guy gave a great fight. Nobody should.
He did.
You know, no matter what, no matter who they're pulling for, the guy gave a great fight.
I'm really looking forward to hearing the decision on this one. I know the crowd is too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tim is not liking that the crowd is booing him. It looks like he's antagonizing the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, he may not be accustomed to that if he's used to fighting in town.
Looks like there's a bit of deliberation right now. About to announce the winner.
All right, this was definitely the longest fight of the night. Let's hear it for both fighters, man. That was something else. They did not have to continue on. Frank Millsap, blue corner, deciding to do that. Tim Gehrsitz, good fight. Both fighters fought a great fight.
That was.
Went the distance. Again, this was a pro.
That was a very good fight. It was a close fight.
Rounds. The fight did go the distance. The judges saw it as a split decision.
Are you
Your
kidding
winner,
me?
blue corner, Frank Millsap.
Very close fight. They gave it to Frank in a split decision.
Blue corner takes the win in a split decision as decided by our judges. Let's hear it for Tim Gehrsitz, red corner, Ocala, Florida. Tough loss. Excellent fight. Could have gone either way, but your winner, Alpharetta, Georgia's own, Frank Millsap, team knuckle up, blue corner.
You okay up here?
At this time, we don't normally let anybody talk, but if Frank wants to say something, I'm going to let him.
Hey, first and foremost, thank you very much for coming out tonight. This fight right here is your fight of the night. All 3 5-minute rounds, both still going. There's one thing that I ask from my hometown, you'll never boo a fighter. Not from Florida, not from anywhere. The guy fought his fucking balls off. No one should boo him.
There you have it. Good job, guys. Thank you.